What's up, Blade Breakers? We got another unboxing for you. So hyped for this one. This is probably, honestly, my favorite Beyblade for the X generation so far. Especially even Takara Tomy, right, where they haven't even released the first left spin Bey. It's been leaked a little bit, but that's it. This is BX-00 Leone Claw 560 P, right? P is point, for those of you guys that don't know. Very decent bit. 560 is not the greatest, but I mean, it's better than 4, right? And the blade. So the gimmick of this Bey is that when it's moving around, it behaves like an attack type. And then when it sits in the center, it is going to behave like a defense type. So technically, it is a balance type. If you guys are familiar with the app, that is the red symbol right here. You would see that symbol, but it'd be red, and that's the symbol for the balance type. So this is gold, and we are not going to battle with it. And so it's kind of similar to the other ones that we actually just unboxed here, the Phoenix ones, except this is Leone. All right. If you guys don't know, Kyoya is literally probably my favorite character from the Metal Saga, and I love Leone so much. He's probably like easily top 5 bladers ever, like straight up. And no, Jenga is not top 5 at all, but Kyoya is always going to be one of my favorites. And Leone is probably my favorite Bey from the Metal Saga, actually. And I'm talking about all of Metal Fight, all of Metal Masters, all of Metal Fury. And now we have one, right? This is the Metal Masters Saga come to life. I am so excited for this. We'll go ahead, we'll get the tape off there. And I think, yeah, we'll have to open this as well. So we'll go ahead and take this off real quick. And then we will go ahead and open it for you guys. I am just so excited, especially for another Leone. So we'll get all this out of the way. Obviously, this would normally be like a teaser for the next Bey, but we're way behind anyway. So we are not going to be able to keep up with all the releases. Okay. Trash is all out of the way. Here's the ratchet, probably the least exciting part in this unboxing. We'll zoom in here a little bit. This is 560. Oh, sorry. Yes, 560. All right. This is gold. I thought it was going to be kind of a piss yellow, and I'm glad that it's not. It does this part kind of looks a little yellowy under the camera, but I can assure you it's almost closer to like an orange base for a gold color. That's definitely what I'm seeing here. Very excited about this part. I like the gold. This is more of that piss color yellow, except it's got some glitter in it and it's see-through, so it's not as bad. And then this, honestly, this is almost closer to a brown. I don't know. Here, let's, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of closer to what I'm trying to show you guys. It's not as bright as it looks like on camera. It's kind of almost like a faded brownish color with a little yellow mixed in, little gold mixed in. And this isn't necessarily the greatest bit either. So the parts are not the greatest, you guys. But if you're a true fan, especially of the Metal Saga, you have to get Leone Claw. Oh, it's so cool. I have the original, right? And the black lion, or I guess it's almost kind of like a gray silver color, is super clean, you guys. Look at that. That is insane. It's nothing like that is in my collection yet. So, oh man. I love the look of this. The claws are a little high, right? If you actually look at this, you're not really impacting with the claws as much as it claims you are, but honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to battle this guy. He's going to go on a shelf or in a case because I cannot stand to let him get damaged. It's just not going to happen. We'll go ahead and put him together real quick. Look at that. So, oh, the satisfying clicks. All right, here you go. Right? We'll get the clicks going for you guys because this is awesome. That clicking is insane. I am not doing ASMR, but if I was, I'd be using those clicks. I really like the black that he has underneath the bit chip, or I guess it's part of the bit chip. It depends on what your personal preference is. I consider it to be part of the bit chip. And it's kind of got a tiny bit of glitter, but not near as much as the rest of the bay. And there's no way I could ever battle this. I mean, if it was like 30 bucks or something, I might buy another one once the price goes down and battle with it. I'm doing that with the Hell's Chain, I think, the black one. But this one, dude, holy. Leone in the flesh, Beyblade X Leone. There you go. Look at that. That is so clean. I love the lines on this. The glitter is not too bad. I actually don't mind it. Usually when I see glitter, I'm not a fan, but with Leone here, it actually looks really clean, and I like the way that the bit fits into the center here. It honestly is pretty good, especially when you're looking at it up close under the microscope. Super clean. I love the gold eye and how his mane is kind of a goldish color. So if you guys didn't know, the reason a lion's mane is usually really big and no one messes with that lion is because if they are defeated by another lion, they will lose their mane. It will literally fall out and they will have to regrow it. So if you see a lion with a huge mane, obviously excluding zoos like in the wild, if a lion has a huge mane, it means he is very battle tested and he has won every fight with that mane. So he literally has not lost a fight since that mane grew. It takes a while for them to grow, but I mean, look at that mane. It's very clearly a large mane. That's going to be some of the like larger sizes of manes that you're going to see. So obviously I don't know if that's what they were going for, but look at the gold on the mane. That is so awesome. And I love the small details, right? I'll get it really, really close. The silver of the fangs is super clean, where they use the highlight to make the fangs silver, kind of almost that white color, so they really pop out when it's further away. And that artistic choice is really, really awesome. I am honestly so happy with this. I could stare at this for hours. Leone, right? I kind of grew up mid-generation, so right when Bakuten Shoot was ending, I did some Metal Fight, and that's kind of, I basically grew up in the middle, almost like where HMS released, and then I grew up with Leone. And honestly, I liked Jenga for like a couple episodes, and then his voice started getting high, and they gave Kiyoya an extreme character arc, and then Jenga just never trained. And so for me, Kiyoya and his Leone were the pinnacle of strength and the best part of Beyblade. And when I was younger, when I first started watching Bakuten Shoot, I actually didn't like Tyson all that much. My favorite blader was Ray, and his Drigger, obviously it's a tiger and not a lion, but he actually has his buddy with a lion, which I think is honestly just so cool. Galleon is black, so the fact that this bay is kind of like it has the lion as like a gray color as opposed to, I think the original one might have been gold. It's really awesome. I'm really, really loving this bay. And Lee and his gang are really cool in the first. It's technically the second arc, but it's the first arc where they're in a team battle. So debatable, you know what I mean? It's not. It's the second arc, but it is the first of the tournament. So that's who they fight, is the Asian team for the Asian representatives, and that was where that was my team, you guys. They had a monkey that multiplied, a super strong bear that beat Max, which I thought was insane, and then the Ray love triangle with Mariah and sort of Lee. I mean, it felt like Lee kind of liked Mariah a little bit for younger me, but they had that trio going where Galax was kind of like the right hand to Drigger. And then when he left, she stayed the right hand and didn't lead the team. And it was Lee that led the team because they were actually going to give Drigger to Lee. And they decided, you know what, we're going to give him to Ray. And Ray's like, okay, peace out. I'm going to go find strong bladers. And left the village. So for me, the lion has always been a tiny bit cooler than the tiger. Not that the tiger's bad, but I mean, just look at this. This is so clean. I love all the lines. I love the bit beast that it has. Obviously, this would probably be my bit beast if I was going to choose one. And I really hope that they do some sort of Galax inspired, oh man, her cat scratch attack was so cool. And for me, if they did some Beyblade X with like a pink blade that was wielded by a girl, because if you guys didn't know, female characters are way better in the original Bakuten shoot, right? They have so many awesome, strong female characters, but they never made any of the bays. They made like one bay for every team or two bays for every team. And so a lot of characters got overlooked. And then Metal Masters had nobody strong that was a girl except Hikaru, and she basically fell off real quick. And then, yeah, I can't actually think of any Metal Masters, like Mei's not even good, and you don't have any legendary blader who's a girl, even though I thought Tithy was a girl, but overall, and then Beyblade Burst, no girls. So for X to pay so much tribute to the original era and then also have strong female bladers, I was like, dude, this is exactly what you want. Especially when you look at something like Black Clover that does really good, strong female characters. I'm really glad that Beyblade is owned by the Japanese so that we can have awesome, strong female bladers and female blader products where you actually see their bays and stuff like that, without all the terrible writing that the US has. Old US maybe, right, where you have like Ripley from Alien, but who is it? Captain Marvel? Terrible. I hated her movie. That was terrible. And Leone is so cool. I am literally, this is probably the bay. This is my favorite bay. The only one that I would probably literally, if I was in a tornado warning or a fire, I'm grabbing this. Whatever case has this guy in it, it's going with me. You know what I mean? And that's hard to come by. This is so clean, you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Who is your favorite blader from the original era, right? Are you more of like an Asian representative team? Or do you like the Blade Breakers? I know that like a lot of people like the All-Stars when I was growing up because that was the American team. And it's like, well, if you're American, you have to like the American team, right? But for me, the Blade Breakers all the way. I actually did not like the American team at all. Max was my favorite for the American side of things, and he was on the Blade Breakers, so it was easy for me to be like, all right, there's the team that I like. So let me know in the comments down below if you're going to try to snag one of these. It is a little bit cheaper than Cobalt Drake, so that's why I have this one. And I do have a Cobalt Drake, but I'm not going to do an unboxing because he's already in a case and everything. So this is the one. I'd probably get this one over Cobalt Drake, and he's cheaper anyway. So that's my thoughts on it, you guys. I am just so in love with this Beyblade. This is probably like the coolest one that I have, if I'm being honest. Out of all my bays, I'm talking about all of them, this one is the coolest. We'll leave it zoomed in like that just for the last little bit. And that's the video for you guys. We'll see ya in the next one.